Good morning, everyone. So, this morning we will be discussing art and transition education. When we hear the word art, some of our minds jump to museums or frame paintings. And in that context, some people think that I'm not really a big fan of art, I just don't get it. Or maybe they think of art as something that's just for intellectuals or artsy people. But really, art is for anyone who wants to experience it, and it's often on more places than we might realize. Songs you like, movies you watch, poems, theater, even a quilt that your grandmother made, all of these and more is art. So, what is art? Art is a highly diverse range of human activities engaged in creating visual, auditory, or perform artifacts, artworks that express the author's imaginative or technical skill and are intended to be appreciated for their beauty or emotional power. Through art, creators can both capture and transform human experiences, allowing audiences to view the world from unique perspectives and find shared humanity in emotions that art brings to the surface. So many believe that art is anything that stirs emotions in you. So these emotions depends entirely on your history, your story, basically everything that comes together to make up who you are. Because of this, three different people can experience the same piece of art and have wildly different reactions to it. As you can see in the picture, one person might think that it's the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. So the second person might hate it. And the third might not feel much of anything at all. And none of them would be wrong. Everyone's entitled to their own preferences and feelings. The way you feel about your favorite song could be the same way someone else feels about their favorite sculptures. And even though you might not like that sculpture, it can be valuable to consider why that person enjoys it much. So you may learn something about them and maybe even yourself. Moving on to the understanding different art forms. There is no end to how far human imagination can go. The ability of humans to think of new ideas knows no bounds, and that's something really special. Over the years, we've seen art take different forms. Some are complex, others are simple yet extraordinary. Let's have a look at some of the most popular art forms in the world and why they are so well known. First, we have the painting, often the first form that springs to mind when one mentions art. From the ancient cave murals to contemporary masterpieces by artists like Alec Monopoly, painting has always been a profound medium of expression. Using varied materials such as oils, acrylics, or watercolors, artists convey their vision on canvases, narrating tales of eras, emotions, and experiences. Then we also have sculpture. So this three-dimensional art has roots in prehistoric times, evolving from stone and clay to modern materials like metal and plastics. Whether it's Michelangelo's David or Dorrit Levinson's innovative creations, sculptures are tangible manifestations of creativity. So it's starting during the prehistoric era. So moving on, we also have literature. So the art of words, literature encompasses poetry, essays, and plays and more. So through tales and narratives, authors like George Orwell and Charles Dickens have not only entertained but also critiqued society, making literature an art form that resonates across ages. So it started during Pagyudatong Old English language periods, which started by Beowulf, and then we have the modern English period, which is the Canterbury Tales. Then we also have architecture. So the art form we inhabit and experience daily, from the grandeur of the Taj Mahal to modern marvels like the Sydney Opera House. Architecture marries functionality with artistic expression, showcasing mankind's ingenuity over time. Then we also have cinema. A relatively recent entrant, cinema is a multisensory experience by weaving together visuals, sounds, and narratives. Um, Filmmakers create a magic on screen. Directors like Stanley Kubrick and George Lucas have transformed cinema into an art form that globally shares. So as we can see, no, during those prehistoric, I mean during the old times, it's evolving and changing. And then we also have music. Music, a universal language. Music resonates with souls across cultures. From ancestral tribal beats to contemporary genres, music has been the heartbeat of societies, expressing emotions and narrating tales without uttering a word. So depends also know if the song or the music if it's sad or happy. So the beat of the song is depends on the lyrics. Then we also have the theater. Theater, a harmonious blend of visuals and dramatic performance. The theater has captivated audiences since ancient Greece, so incorporating elements like music, literature, and set design, the theater offers a holistic experience, bringing stories to life on stage. Then we also have abstract. This is the kind of art that is based on things that are far from reality. One may argue that this is the most creative form of art as there are no constraints as to what the artist can and cannot do. So an artist may have a vision, but rather than expressing it through accurate descriptions of what we see as reality. So the artist expresses it through shapes, lines, and colors. It's one of the most unrestricted art forms that allow for maximum creativity with minimum boundaries. Then we also have realism. So this art form is rooted in the word real. So this is a straightforward category to understand as realism is used for paintings that accurately depict reality. One way to recognize a good realism painting is that you may not be able to distinguish it from a real photograph that easily understand. Then we also have impressionism. One may argue that Impressionism is a toned down version of realism as it based on real subject matter but painted in a way that can be termed as raw. However, this is still somewhat different as the main goal of an artist's painting is in this style is to give to its own twist and not accurately mirror what you see. Then we also have expressionism. Human emotions can take various forms: happy, sad, anxious, frightened, etc. So this form of art tries to imitate what's happening in a person's mind onto the painting. It's a well-known fact that colors affect the human mind, thus a mix of brighter and darker colors is used accordingly. Then we also have Western art. This type of art is mostly associated with the traditions of Western culture. For example, the dressing style of the people there is depicted in the style of art by Gavi Leonard's all paintings are one of the best Western style arts out there. Then moving on to the creativity and the development. But before that, through these different art forms, children with special needs can communicate their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a non-verbal manner. So it enhances creativity, boosts confidence, and provides students with diverse ways to learn, express themselves, and build life skills. Then moving on to the creativity development. Artists develop creativity from experiences. The more experiences you have, both as an artist and as a human, the more ideas will flow towards your artwork. In order to generate new ideas, you also need to spend time investigating the experiences you do have. If you are interested in painting a subject, you must go and investigate and experience that subject. So, first, we have trying new things. One of the reasons we often feel less creative or out of ideas due to the fact that we aren't experimenting enough with the ideas that we do have. To learn how to be more creative in art and boost creativity, you have to make things. Experiment with different angles, lighting, and mentally walk around your subject. As you can explore, you will find fresh ideas and creative bursts that emerge from your experimentation. Then we also have sketching. Everything around you can help you to start to see the world around you in a new way. Getting into the ritual of doing this every day, you can also help to build good creative habits where something becomes a necessary part of your day. We also have journaling. Writing down your ideas, thoughts, and reactions can be a useful tool for artists. Some artists feel fulfilled simply by sketching their reactions and emotions. But others find more understanding in their experiences by writing things down to later process. Take a journal to a museum and write down your reactions and what catches your eye to develop creativity. Then we also find a creative space. Another way on how to be more creative in art is to find a creative space. Whether it be nature, a studio space, a museum, or a busy coffee shop. Find a place where you feel the urge and need to create. Make sure it's not too distracting and settle in to develop creativity and create ideas. Lastly, we have join an art community. Reach out to artists and ask questions. Ask peers how they exercise and develop creativity. Surrounding yourself with fellow art lovers and people with similar passions will fuel and push you to learn and explore different and new areas of the art world. So remember that experiences become fuel for creativity. And that's true, no? We can create in our own ways in which when we are sad, happy, or how we feel or react to the certain situation. And then learning how to be more creative in art couldn't be easier. Artists just need to know how to develop that creativity intentionally. It is a skill that takes attention, but once cultivated, it can enable you to make work stronger than you could have thought possible. As you can see, art is important to our planet and essential to humans. The term art is really just a label. Over the years, a lot of people have tried to classify what is or what it isn't. But that's not really what art is about. It's about your personal experience with it and the meaning you drew from it. Everyone reacts to art differently and has the potential to grow and learn from it. It gives us an opportunity to tell stories, record history, and tap into our emotions in a way that few other things can, especially to our special students. They are creative in their own ways, so we need to recognize their creativity as well because we have these different talents, and in order to step up or we need to guide them. So that ends my presentation. Thank you so much.